What makes it possible for masses of people after 1800 uniquely to start innovating is liberalism. Taking away hierarchy. Hierarchy is the opposite of liberalism. Hierarchy of men over women, masters over slaves. Our countries have a similar experience of slavery. Bosses over workers, for that matter. Government officials over mere citizens. Those hierarchies freeze people in their positions. You're born a plowman or a milkmaid, that's it. That's what you are. Or you're the queen, and that's your job. What liberalism did, and I'm talking about this specifically, this idea of the 1700s, especially in Scotland, by the way. It's somewhat odd. In France too, but Scotland especially. Voltaire, Mary Wollstonecraft, Adam Smith, Tom Paine, Thomas Jefferson, who wrote the famous Declaration of Independence, though he was an owner of slaves, a little bit of a problem there. All said, all humans are created equal and are endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights. That is, you can't dispose of them, you can't sell them. Among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Sometimes property gets in there. And that's what made the modern world. It was this idea, which rather by accident became powerful, at least among sort of writers, in the 1700s, and then was generalized in the 1900s in places like the United States, though still a slave society, parts of Brazil, England, France, and so forth. This idea that you should let people have a go, that you shouldn't regulate them, that you shouldn't expropriate them, that you shouldn't tax them too much. Now you have to tax them some. I'm a Christian liberal. I believe that we have a duty to the poor. As Jesus said, as you treat the least of my brethren, so you treat me. And I believe that. We have a duty towards the poor. But the duty we should exercise is to top up their income to a dignified level. Not use minimum wages or job protections, which simply exclude the young and the badly educated from having any jobs at all. The problem of youth unemployment in the world is a very serious one, and it's created by protections designed for most of this audience, protecting you from competition by poor people. But it's this idea, I say by accident, that doesn't mean it's not caused. There were causes, for instance, the Protestant Reformation, which gave part of Europe the feeling that it was in control of its spiritual life, that you were, and you were, and you were, individuals were. And that made people proud, you might say, or at least self-assured, to do their own life instead of being governed by hierarchies of priests and popes.